Cincinnati Bearcats, an incredibly important matchup for our Colorado Buffaloes. Significant, a lot on the line. We'll break down the preview and get to my 4 keys to victory in this game. We'll also cover the official list, at least that I've been able to see, of the recruits who are in town for this week's game. It's going to be awesome. So y'all be sure to smash that like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please subscribe to David Talks Buffs. That always helps grow the channel. And go like on Facebook too. I should be able to live stream here very, very shortly. But let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, I got the Nebraska-Ohio State game on. This has been very entertaining. This has been a very entertaining game. And it looks like it's going to go down to the wire here. We're going to see how it all goes. But let's go ahead and get to it, guys. Let's start with my keys to the game. First key to the game, we got to stop this man right here. Dante Corleone. This is going to be very important on our offense to be able to stop this man. This guy's an absolute beast. 6'1", 320 pounds. Ah, man, got this logo in my face. Will move me down. No, sorry. We're going back to this way. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Dante Corleone, 6'1", 320 pounds. Absolute beast. You see his run defense right here, according to PFF, is 80.2. That's very, very good. And brings it in the pass rush as well, 71.5. He's got 2 sacks on the year, 20 total pressures, and even 17 total tackles on the season. So you always take that. That's like bonus from a interior defender. We got our work cut out for us on the interior part of our offensive line containing him. They do play that 3-3-5 style of defense, but it doesn't mean that they're, and actually that does mean that they're pretty stout with those 3 defensive linemen out there playing a 3-man front. But Dante Corleone, this is the guy, number 2. We got to watch out for him. We need Hank Zielinskis to have a bounce back game. No mistakes. We need him to be locked in. Whoever is playing guard for us, whether that's Tyler Brown, Justin Mayers, Kareem Harden, Khalil Benson, those 4 guys, we need to contain this man. We cannot let this guy get free. We cannot let him blow up running lanes for us. With that 3-3-5 front, we might have the luxury, being able to pay a little bit more attention to him, especially if Cincinnati is still keen on, not bringing 4 or 5 guys in pressure. We got to make sure we limit the amount of damage this man is able to do. He's been very, very good for the Cincinnati Bearcats defense. You can see, oh, wow. Just a part-time player there in 2022, but he's been a very highly rated player throughout his career. It seems like he's building on his 2023 season as well. So that's key. Number 1, we got to stop Dante Corleone. Now let's get to key number 2. That is 20-plus runs for our running backs, man. That really is the magic number. Let's continue to keep the defense on their heels, and y'all know how much that helps our offensive line and Shedeur Sanders if we have at least somewhat of a threat of a running game. I've loved the 3-headed monster that we have. Isaiah Gustive, Dallin Hayden, Micah Welsh, and then, I'll throw in Charlie Offerdahl because he's got the longest run of the year, right? I'll throw him in there. So the 4-headed monster we got there in the backfield. Running against this 3-3-5 defense, it's going to be important for us to establish a run. I think definitely if we run for over 100 yards, man, we win this game. I feel like that's pretty typical for in our wins. We've been able to run it for at least over 80 yards. So let's run it 20 times with our running backs, average a little over 4 yards a carry. That would be great. And, as a team, we're running for over 100 yards, including, Shedeur scrambles and all of that. Wouldn't mind seeing him running this game either. But the running game is what's really going to help. We have to make Cincinnati pay for giving our given our run game light boxes. And I assume that's what they're going to come out doing. That's pretty much what every team has done so far this year is they said, okay, we're going to give you some light boxes. You have to still prove it to us that you can run the ball. And I don't see why that would change at all when we're the lowest rushing team in the Big 12. I believe we're still there by a significant margin, but that is also because, hey, we like to pass the ball. We definitely want to do that, obviously. And let's get to this. Score more often. We have to score early and often. We have to get off to a fast start. I don't want to see Cincinnati gaining confidence coming into the second half of this game. No. Let's score early and often, just like what we did against Arizona. Let's put the pressure on them. Sorsby is definitely a better quarterback than Noah Fafita is so far this year. I mean, he's had some pretty good stats here. Almost 2,000 passing yards, 13 TDs to 4 picks, taking 10 sacks. It's going to be important for us to get to him, but let's put Cincinnati in a position to where they have to kind of get away from that run game. Buffs News Weekly, sorry, is he pointed this out. Evan Pryor, 9.9 yards a carry. This is a guy that we definitely have to stop. Corey Kiner, 5.6 yards per carry. Manny Covey's a guy that I like, that they've also used him a bit in the passing game. It seems to be coming along quite well. They got a lot of weapons. Maybe not high weapons, nothing like the likes of Tet McMillan, thing like that. But they can pass the ball around. This is a balanced offense. This is an offense that can still score quite a bit, and it's going to be important for us to make them one-dimensional. So our offense can really help out our defense by giving Cincinnati, getting them in a deficit that they need to come from. And lastly, guys, my fourth key to the game is the fourth down battle, or third down battle. If you look at it here, Cincinnati is right around. They're a little bit better than we are on third down at 46.15%. And we are right now, as an offense, we're at, I think, just under 45%. Yeah, we're at 44.68. So it's going to be very important for our offense to be converting on third down, as well as, stopping their offense. Let's get them into some third and long situations, second and long. And then, we can stop them, make it third and long, third and manageable, stop it. That's what we need to do is we can't allow them to get a lot of yards after the catch, yards after contact. We bounced back so well last week when it comes to tackling in open space, not letting, any guys go against us like DJ Giddens went against us and just broke every tackle, whatnot. They don't have a weapon on this offense like DJ Giddens, but that doesn't mean we should come in here thinking that this is going to be a cakewalk. No, like they are 5-2. They are 5-2, and for as many reasons as we might be able to find to justify of why that's a weak 5-2, they can do the same thing for us. We're a few plays away from not being 5-2 either, man. That you are what your record is. I believe that. They're 5-2. We are 5-2. This is a very important matchup, an elimination game in a sense for having a Big 12 championship contention odds moving forward to still be in that playoff race, that championship game race. This is a must win. This is, this showtime, baby. This is a matchup that I think is going to do a lot for us if we're able to get the victory, which I assume we're going to be able to. But this should not be a team. This is not a wounded team like Arizona that's down on their luck, that's just playing bad football. No, this is a team that plays complementary football. They are not perfect. They are definitely beatable and winnable. We got to handle business tonight. And this is one of the better quarterbacks that we will face all year, Brandon Sorsby. No doubt about it. He has been playing good football. Now, on the road, 3 out of his 4 interceptions have come on the road, and 6 of his 14 TDs. So little bit worse on the road, and hopefully that still goes in our favor this evening. So, hey, Buff Nation, join the chat. Let's talk about this a little bit. Oh, I guess before I get to your chats, I'll highlight all the guys that we got visiting here. This will just take a minute. This is really exciting, but of course, we'll start with the 5-star quarterback here. Dude, whatever 24/7, man. What is this 93? Whatever. 5-star composite, man. Julian Lewis, he is here. He is here and visiting. Let's lock up this commitment, baby. Carde Smith, another USC Trojan commit, is here. 6'5", 293 pounds, right tackle. And on 3, Josh Newberg has described him as a tackle that could possibly come in here and start day one, which is, pretty interesting. 24/7 has not felt that way. And it's just interesting to see how there are some different ideas about how far or how close he is to being a Power 4 starter. So could we get a twin commit of a flips from USC to Colorado after this visit? Man, I would sure love that. We also got crystal ball, Adrian Wilson. Like, we have like 1,000 crystal balls for this guy committing to Colorado. Let's go out and have a good showing. Hope he loves his visit. Julian Lewis, or whoever is going to be playing quarterback here, starting quarterback next year, is going to have a ton of weapons. It's going to need a ton of weapons. Adrian Wilson's going to be part of that. 6-foot wide receiver out of Pflugerville, Texas, I believe. Not too far away from a fellow, soon-to-be fellow commit, Quanell Farrakhan Jr., had a 4-touchdown game, and I think the game-winning touchdown for his team yesterday. That's awesome. 5-star kicker. I know they do kicker rankings different. 24/7 doesn't do them, but 5-star kicker Rhett Armstrong here from Monument, Colorado. So here within the state, that's great. He's visiting. Yeah, you don't want to go play for Baylor. You want to stay in town, kick in the altitude, or you want to stay in state, kick in the altitude. And we need a 5-star kicker. We need a 5-star kicker. This is the home of Mason Crosby, man. We need a kicker here. We need a kicker to follow in those footsteps. Current commit, Alex Graham is also here, 6'1", 186. Previously at IMG, now back home at Cass Technical in Detroit. So he has been visiting a few different places, but right now still committed to the Buffs, making his visit out here soon. All right. Or making his visit out this weekend. Then we also have a 2025 class, Quentin Gibson. This is a speedy wide receiver, 5'8", 165 pounds from North Crowley out in Fort Worth, Texas here. Quentin Gibson, this kid can fly. As you can see, as a junior, gained 542 scrimmage yards, 7 TDs, ran for 325 yards, 5 TDs, caught for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. So kind of an all-purpose player. Gadget guy, can do a little bit of everything. So that's exciting that he's coming out here to visit. And had a big touchdown against the Cooper Cougars out in my old stomping grounds, Abilene, Texas. And I think that should take care of all of it. So those are at least the visits that I've seen. I do wonder if some of our other in-state current commits are going to be here for this weekend. That would be pretty cool, such as D'Souza. Well, he's the one that we have from in-state, but, we've offered some other guys. I'm sure other guys are going to be here that just aren't on the list yet. But overall, man, it's going to be important for us to have a really solid showing this week. Come out, do our thing, get this victory, get to 6-2 on the year, beat a very formidable opponent in the Cincinnati Bearcats, and let's continue to go into this week, this bye week on a high note before, man. We got a very important game with even higher stakes if we win this game going up against Texas Tech. No doubt about it. The playoffs start now. It's do or die. It's do or die. Let's go ahead, get this 6th win, get to official bowl eligibility, which is always really exciting. Give Peggy, that bowl eligibility that, we've all said that we would go and do. Coach Prime said we would go and do. And, let's continue to build this thing, move in the right direction. Let's continue to, see that dream of getting to the Big 12 championship come even closer. So, man, let's go. This is awesome. TK coming in here saying, I don't got CU winning today. They're going to struggle with number 2, not our number 2, Dante Corleone. It's going to be important for us to stop him. If he's going to wreak havoc on us, the odds of, our probability going down of winning, it always goes down. So it's got to start with him. B. Pay coming in here saying, CU crushes Cincinnati. Dave, as always, usual solid analysis. Hey, appreciate it, VHF. This is not going to be a cakewalk by no means. I do got this being a little bit higher scoring of an affair. 42 to 31, I said, but who knows, man? I pull those predictions honestly out of my ass whenever I'm on here with Russ, but that's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully this could be like a high scoring game and all that. I always think those are more entertaining, but from a pure Buffs fan perspective, of course, you want to see a lopsided victory in favor of the Buffs. All Access Sports Media, what's going on? Shirley, what's going on? CU has to come out and set the tone. Absolutely, man. Like, let's go ahead and turn this corner, man. Take care of this opponent. Late at night, Colin brought this up. I mean, they're going to be kicking off here at it's going to feel close to 10:30 their time. Let's make them feel that altitude. Let's go out and have a good game, man. I really do feel like the baseline for this team in terms of their overall play is so much higher than it was, of course, last year, and even kind of where it was at to start the season. So, I was telling people this morning, like, we're a better team than we were week 2. And, I think we could go out and beat Nebraska, man, with how we're playing now. But we'll see, man. We'll see if Ohio State's able to hold on here. This has been quite an entertaining game, nonetheless. Has it been confirmed that Julian Lewis made it to Colorado today? I believe it has, but I've barely been on Twitter, so don't hold me to it. But, I mean, he's confirmed it with all the news sources that he's going to be here today. Keep doing your thing. Go Bucks. Appreciate it. Or go Buffs. Appreciate it. Titan Hall. Yeah, this is going to be an awesome, really exciting game. And hopefully we can take care of business in a convincing way. I think some people have asked me, Dave, do you see us ranked after this? I think the only way we get ranked after this victory is if we get the victory, and 2, if it's in convincing blowout fashion. If we stack another Arizona performance like we had last week with this one, then I think maybe we could sneak in there, or at least start getting some votes, don't you think? Yeah, must start fast. Cincinnati does. Yeah, this is a good football team, guys. Just because they finished 3-9 or whatever last year, doesn't mean they're a 3-9 team this year. Just like we've been saying about how, man, this team is not a 4-8 team. This is not a 4-8 team, and they've proven that they're different, man. They truly have responded, and they've truly gotten better as the season's gone on, man. Same case for Cincinnati, man. This is not a team that we should be overlooking right now, I don't think. Let's go get this dub. That's right. Let's go freaking do it. Let's go dominate. Who you guys got as your players of the game? Let me know in the chat. We can talk through that too. That's always a lot of fun. I'm trying to remember who I said my players of the game were going to be on Wednesday. Short-term memory, man. When you got ADHD, man, it's terrible. All right, Juju was in Boulder. That's last night. That's great. Yeah, what kind of PFF grades does Cincinnati have? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. Hey, shout out to the College Huddle as always. Be sure to check them out on their website to find podcasts for every college football team. I am the CU representative. Okay. So overall, we can look at their overall stuff here in a bit, but at least here is their schedule. They seem to have played pretty well against the pass blocking. Arizona State did good. Pittsburgh, they did good against. Texas Tech, okay. Okay performances against UCF, Houston. But overall, like, they're in the green pretty much every game except UCF for the run blocking. So, again, if we can make them one-dimensional, that's always ideal. They don't have a DJ Giddens, but they got, like, I think I just named earlier, like 4 running backs that they have that are productive. They are balanced. They are consistent. They don't have, like, that top-end star power, like I said, but that doesn't mean they can't move the ball and score. Let's take a look at some of their other, like, see how many sacks they've let up from an offensive line perspective. 6 on the year, and I think Sorsby's been sacked a total of 10 times. So that's going to be something to consider and keep in mind. Yeah, real good offensive line grades here. Pass blocking, and I'm sure they got some good run blocking grades too. Yeah, not as nice, but where are their tackles at? Hey, so maybe their tackles not being in the green here. Maybe that's something that our edges. Hopefully, we get Deion Hayes back for this game. I have no idea if he's healthy or not. I haven't listened. I've barely listened to any of the press conferences this week, and I'm not sure if he's going to play. So y'all let me know. But BJ Green, Samuel Okunlowa, these guys have done a great job at setting the edge, and let's continue to see that. I think our run defense, man, they're going to have to be on it. Our linebackers are going to have to be great. Never would have thought. Never would have thought. I would have to thank Cordell Stewart for securing Julian Lewis commitment. Yeah, Eric, it's crazy. If y'all haven't listened to that DNVR episode, like, honestly, go and do it after I wrap this up here in just a few minutes. It was so good, man. Hearing Cordell talk about the first time he met Julian Lewis when he was in, like, middle school or something like that, and he even said, he told Cordell Stewart, he's like, I wore 10 because of you. And now he's looking at CU. 10's going to be available, all that. Maybe the stars are just aligning, man, for this to be a thing. I mean, wouldn't that just be really exciting, man? No doubt about it. But it was great hearing Cordell Stewart interview with DNVR and Neely yesterday. Again, like, y'all don't got anything to do until 8:15 Mountain. Please go watch it. Like, it was really great. Yeah, this team's ready to dominate. It's all about the mental. This team is so much more mentally tough, man. This team is mentally tough. And let's go out and lock in like it's the second half in the first half, right? Aiden Style, good to see you. Hello, David. I'm curious, why have a subscribers only mode on? Because it would seem to limit your engagement. New sub. Well, it might limit my engagement, but it also helps me, I think, find, it's a little bit more of the quality over quantity. That's kind of how I look at it. Again, it's always great growing in subscribers, but I would rather have subscribers who are engaged rather than just people that can come in and just, like, just troll all the time or whatever. And you kind of limit some of the spam when you're able to do that as well. So for me, it's like, hey, all you got to do is hit the subscribe, and then you can talk on here and whatever, and give your opinion, whatnot, as long as you're being respectful, and we can agree to disagree on some things, but that's really what it's all about. And because of that, like, I feel like I see a lot of familiar faces, and that's always cool. Well, familiar names, you guys see my face, but I never get to see yours. But it's always nice, like, seeing that familiarity and stuff. So yeah. Glad that makes sense. So again, the biggest thing that you guys can do to help out the channel, though, is always like and engage, even if you're just throwing a buffs emoji in the chat. That's like currency out here. So really do appreciate it, and welcome to the channel. I have a lot of fun with this. If you're a Broncos fan, go follow David Talks Broncos too. We're on our way to 2,000 subs over there as well. So, yeah. Big Dookie, must see TV. Also, just got to say, I love that name. You be tweaking sometimes, Dave. Most of the time. Again, you're just gonna come here for my fan analysis here. That's really what it is. You know, uh, I flip flop all the time. You know, I just try and have fun with this, man. Just like if you were talking in the barbershop about the Buffs, that's just what I try and do. You know, here you guys get my opinion. So, you know, definitely come here, engage. You know, I give you my takes, but you know, always take them with a grain of salt. I'm not somebody on here that cares. What I care more about is seeing the Buffs win than I ever do about being right about certain things. I just want to see us win, and that's really all I care about. We can, you know, make fun of me for saying Javon Antonio was, you know, Calvin Johnson last year and all that, and but the most important thing, man, is just seeing us reach this bowl game, getting these wins, maybe even making the college football playoff this year. I think it would be incredible. Hey, thanks, Percy, man. I really do appreciate it. I do put in the work. Maybe not as much as some of the other channels, but again, I try and find that balance of trying to stay. You know, I just want to keep this fun, and I'll wrap this up with saying, dude, you guys crack me up. You guys are ruthless in the comments on the replay, which continue to leave comments in the replay. But man, it's so funny, man. I always try and bring on, you know, a handful of different perspectives and opinions and collaborate with them. The one thing that I look for is, do you just want the Buffs to win? Do you just want the Buffs to win? And regardless of what you think, with certain people that I bring on and collaborate with their opinions, that's the one constant, man. They all just want to see the Buffs win, and it's so funny, man. About all you know, all the people that always get frustrated, man. If I bring on Rawhide, you know, they don't like his opinions or the opinions of his panel, whatever. No, man, I love talking with Rawhide, and. You know, I bring on Colin. I collaborate with Chico. Who else do I collaborate with? Russ. You know, everybody's got their different opinions, man. And I just want to have fun with it, and I just want to see the Buffs win. So let's go get this win tonight, guys. I got to get out of here. Please be sure to like and subscribe on the way out. Again, welcome Aiden Style. Thanks for joining the chat. As always, y'all, I'll be back after for the game. So smash that bell notification. But as always, y'all, go Buffs.